И всем привет, ребят! Сегодня начнем новую игру. The Adventures Bertram Fiddle. Э, Это такая сатирическая point-and-click приключение. Я не буду лукавить, проходил давно, опять-таки, наверное, года 2 назад, на телефоне, когда на работе нехрен было делать. Вот, вот и решил записать прохождение. Есть русская локализация. Также английская, японская, испанская и немецкая. Русская. Начнем играть. Новая игра.
Pygmies.
Так, ребят, и на русском только субтитры, а сам персонаж будет говорить на английском.
Damn time machine.
Сам персонаж,
I can't see a thing.
сам персонаж будет говорить на английском, а из-за того, что озвучка здесь просто прекрасная, я не буду поговорить, так что читайте субтитры сами.
Ah, that's better. What a beautiful day. Only a mild smattering of pigeons.
Так, с кружочками отметены вещи, которые я могу потыкать.
Gracious, is that the time? It appears I have overslept somewhat.
Будильник сработал вовремя. Ты чё ты там проспал? Сам виноват, что так поставил.
Ugh, I wouldn't look in there if I were you.
Переоденемся.
That's better.
Симпатяшка.
Gavin must have left this rag out when he cleaned the photomographs. I ought to tidy it up.
Итак, в клипах. Короче, мы можем брать вещи.
Me being chased by a giant man-eating tortoise. I've never been so mildly afraid in all my life. What a tedious death that would have been.
Да, блин, прикиньте, такую глупую смерть умереть от черепахи.
Gavin, my trusty manservant, and I in the Peruvian jungle. He's a cyclops, strong as an ox, but terrible depth perception. Last year's trip to the centre of the earth. Got a lovely tan.
Ага, центр земли хорошо загорели. От магмы, наверное.
Ha-ha! My Stanley steam lift. It makes traversing these cumbersome stairs a breeze. Seems to be a little stuck. Blasted pile of rubbish.
Сам же хвалил только что.
Where's Gavin? He should be here to hand me my telegrams.
Так. Давайте телеграмму возьмем. Уважаемый сэр или мадам, позвольте представиться. Меня зовут принц Мбути, и после кончины моего дрожащего отца я стал обладателем немерно огромного и ценного бриллианта. Мне требуется ваша помощь для транспортировки одного в Лондон, и я готов заплатить 100 фунтов за ваши срочные услуги. Искренне ваш принц Мбути.
Gigantic diamond? Sounds legitimate.
Дольше, больше, сильнее. Ваша жена не поверит своим глазам. Попробуйте достойные пилюли доктора Кровенота, и ваши достоинства достигнут невероятных высот. Телеграфируйте немедленно для бесплатного образца.
I've been telegram spammed.
Заспамили чувака просто. Fiddle, для вас есть задание. Приходите ко мне на улицу Хемлок и к полудню, лорд Артвелл.
A message from Lord Arthwipe. Maybe he has news of an adventure.
Sir, is that you?
Have you locked yourself in again, Gavin?
Какой замок-то придумал?
Good morning, Mr. Fiddle.
Ah, there you are, Gavin. Where have you been?
I was just, deflating the Zeppelin, sir. I did not hear you walk down the stairs. Did you sleep well?
Unfortunately not. It was a restless night, embothered by some strange dreams. My mind craves adventure. And without it, I fear I'm going quite mad. It's been 2 months without the slightest expedition. I'm becoming a little worried. What shall I do if I can't do my adventurings?
Do not fear, sir. There is an old Peruvian saying. The forest is full of trees.
Quite.
Ну, в принципе, Шатунов там пустил туда проверить, нет тут здесь смысла, так что...
My dear mother, I owe her so much. Approximately £12,000 and a new gazebo.
Я мамке задолжал 12 тысяч фунтов, а ему за работу, за перевозку алмаза платят 100. Прикиньте, сколько он там перевозок должен заняться, чтобы оплатить хоть долг хотя бы мамаше своей. Вот это, блядь. Рот, подбородок, глаз, ну, ёб, что за у тебя прекрасная мамать. Что тут еще можно потыкать?
My turtle lamp. I don't know why I shelled out for it.
Продай, блядь, за долги, нахуй.
Just some artifacts I picked up on my travels. My prized possession. An actual tyrannosaur arm bone.
О. Нахрена он взял, я такие...
No, that won't mix.
Так, книжку можно потрогать.
I'm writing my autobiography. A fiddle here and there.
It is a most gripping read, sir.
Ну, отсылка на «Властелин колец», я понял, Фидл туда и обратно. Ты про что пишешь-то, свои приключения, что ли?
A rather cheeky specimen.
Чекастый тип, да, хорошо дует, блядь, из своего отверстия, которое называется рот.
Oh, there you are, Bertram.
А это жена Бертрама.
Good morning, dear heart.
It's nearly 10 o'clock. I hardly call that morning. Haven't you got some adventuring to do?
Alas, no. I have been looking, but I just can't find any expeditions worthy of my talents.
Well, if you don't find something to adventure soon, I shall require that you find yourself a proper job.
It's not that easy, my dear. You can't merely go outside and find yourself in a world full of unimaginable creatures. Adventure strikes when you least expect it.
That as may be, I am accustomed to certain standards, Bertram. Being respectable costs money. Your mother agrees with me. She has mentioned there is a very respectable position at Mr. Dulsworth's soap company providing telegrammatic advertising. The hours are long and arduous, and the work repetitive and uninteresting. But you would receive a steady income, Bertram.
My, is that the, I really must be off.
Bertram! Caviar doesn't just grow on trees.
There, my dear. Don't cry. I'm sure there is an adventure just around the corner.
Хали икра не растет на деревьях.
I'm sorry, dear.
You have until the end of the day to find suitable employment, or I am calling Mr. Dulsworth.
Oh, well, of course, my dear.
Thank you, Bertram. Now, could you do me a favour?
Well, I do have an appointment with Lord Arthwipe.
For goodness sake, Bertram, I don't like you running errands for a dreadful man. It's just not becoming. Now then, can you take Foofy to the groomery for me? It's on Groom Street.
Yes, of course, my dear.
This is all very tiresome. I'm going to lie down.
Ну ты каблук, Бертрам, блядь. Это
Bothersome creature.
податливое создание.
Yes.
Забери его.
I've captured countless species of wild animal. I'm sure I can manage a half-witted house pet.
The secret is using the right bait.
Я не причиндал Посейдона. Я надеюсь, это Посейдон, блядь, а не Аквамен, блядь. Причиндал, бля, хорош. У нас есть косточка, я думаю, приманить его.
Basket! Foofy!
Ah.
Foofy! Basket! What's the matter, Foofy?
Уфи, тупой ты, блядь. Иди на груминг. Что? Уфи, лапка динозавра.
Hopefully that will keep him quiet for a while. It's lucky I have such spacious pockets.
Сам постебался на своими карманами. Отлично. Итак, можно одеться, можно картинки посмотреть. И шкафчик. Дайте шкафчик, что-то посмотрим, что есть тут.
May I remind you that I possess immense strength, Mr. Fiddle? Yes.
Be a good fellow and move this cabinet, Gavin.
Certainly, sir.
Я так понимаю, ключ от двери, да? Так, давайте картинки посмотрим, потом на правую сторону пойдем. На левой стороне больше ничего нет.
Up to my knees in adventure in Africa, just before I discovered the world's shortest river.
Короткая реки в мире.
Back in 1878, I managed to hunt down and kill the majestic rhino bird.
У нас птица, блин.
The door is locked. What am I to do?
Для этого у нас есть ключик. А, подождите.
It's bad luck to use an umbrella indoors, don't you know?
Угу.
Fits like a key, literally. What a lovely day for a stroll.
Зайти нельзя, посмотреть сначала. А,
Why, there's hardly any drizzle at all.
There is a storm coming.
What a terrible little man. He never said sorry. Oh, I see. He's bemuddled our bags up. He's got Foofy. Rude man. Excuse me, rude man. Excuse me, rude man.
а я не понимаю, что... А, тут на стрелках управление.
I think we are gaining on it. We're definitely getting closer.
Come on, Gavin. Do keep up. I say.
How rude!
Say. I think we are gaining on him.
I say. How rude.
You pardon me.
Do you mind?
Mind?
Watch where you're going!
We're catching
Get out of
him.
my way!
Watch where you're going.
Huzzah!
My oranges! My lovely oranges!
Ouch!
Are you okay, sir?
What's this? It appears to be a nose. He must have dropped it in his haste to scurry off into the shadows.
Итак. У нас украли Фуфи. Мы не можем узнать, что в сундуке. И апельсины, да?
You squashed me oranges! Me lovely oranges! Don't touch me oranges!
Хорошо, ну это апельсины твои. Уже зеленый.
Have you seen a short, shadowy, sinister-looking chap scurry by?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Evening, Burble! Did you see a suspicious, shadowy little man run by, perchance? I wish to return his bag.
No, sir, I have not. You should ask that Sherlock Holmes, sir. He's a proper detective. You can find him in the Adventurers Club.
Yes, I know who he is. I'm quite the detective myself, you know, blessed with a keen eye for detail. Let me have a look at that.
Джефф, вечерний болтун, убийца Джефф, снова в деле. Кто в силах установить личность самого скрытого лондонского маньяка? Ну, это, блядь, Джек-потрошитель, блядь, отсылка на него. Шоу уродов, бесплатное посещение на одну персону.
Oh, look, a freak show is in town.
Блядь, убийство, блядь, на переднем плане газеты. Он тут, блядь, фрик-шоу. О. Что тут у нас? Upgrade your mustache. Завсите ваши усы. Природа, мать, ушла отдыхать. Легкое удовлетворение гарантировано. Всего лишь за шиллинг. Похватайтесь роскошными усами перед усами уже сейчас.
Upgrade your moustache. A shilling? I'm not paying that.
Как хочешь.
Your Majesty? Your Majesty?
Ваше Величество. Королева, бля. Я думал, это
Over
будет...
here. Emelina Snoopsworth, reporter for the Evening Burble.
Good day. Bertram Fiddle, leading Victorian explorator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Yes, of course I have. Maybe you can help me. Are you a member of the Adventurers Club?
Indeed I am, madam. How may I be of service?
I'm investigating the ghastly murderings that have been happening, and I want to interview Sherlock Holmes, but he's a very difficult man to get hold of. They won't even allow women in this ridiculous, outdated, backwards club. It's 1884, not the Middle Ages.
Quite. As it happens, I'm going to see Sherlock Holmes now. Perhaps I can ask for you.
That would be most helpful. If you learn anything about the recent murderings, do tell.
Your Majesty?
Короче, надо поговорить с Шерлоком, получается. Вот туда. Кстати, направо есть место, куда можно пройти.
Hemlock Street? This must be Lord Arthwipe's abode.
Дом лорда Артвайта, наверное, вот это. Вот и он, да.
Have you heard the news, Fiddle? There's been another murder, right under our noses. They say he is the devil himself.
Phew, terrible, isn't it?
Terrible? Terrible? You do not know the meaning of the word, Fiddle. Now I, on the other hand, I have done some truly terrible things in my time. Fortunately, I am so rich, I am above the law. Ah.
Так, и зачем мы сюда пришли? Он нас пригласил.
My double-headed cobra, Fiddle. Twice as deadly as a normal one.
Понятное дело.
Nice doggy.
It's not a dog, you fool. It's a wolf beast.
Interesting paintings, your lordship. Are they Dutch?
Голландский мастерочек. Похоже на беззубика, и как приручить дракона, да, и какая-то девушка под ним. Итак, выпивка.
Tiger cordial, Fiddle. A most refreshing libation. Do you want some? It puts a spring in your step, Fiddle. Makes you feel 10 feet tall.
Так, меч.
Don't touch my saber.
Конечно, не будем. Что еще? Тут на выход можно и поговорить.
I have a little errand for you, Fiddle. You may encounter a Lady Ravisham whilst traipsing around. She has in her possession some photomographs that I would rather she did not. I need you to retrieve them for me. If you obtain them successfully, meet me in Lady Ravisham's secret garden, and I will reward you handsomely. But tell no one, Fiddle. No one. I have arranged for my coach to take you there. It is waiting outside.
Okay.
Так, нам дали задание, в котором нас приглашали.
Ah, Mr. Fiddle, I've been waiting for you.
Нет, давайте-ка я сначала, пойду к этим приключенцам. Если 2 раза нажимать, это быстрое перемещение. Происходит вот так.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Fiddles. The usual.
Yes, please. One can never have enough tea.
Чай я получил.
I'm afraid, Mr. Fiddle, you are not permitted into the gold members area. It is for A-list adventurers only.
I've never been so outraged. I need to see Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Holmes has asked expressly not to be disturbed as he is working on the dreadful case of Jeff the murderer.
I have my own case I want to talk to him about.
I'm afraid, Mr. Fiddle, you are not permitted into the gold members area.
Понятно. Надо как-то сделать так, чтобы он севался, и мы зашли к этому. Итак, можно тут посмотреть
Ugh. He looks a bit sickly.
все типа, ну, из клуба что
What a
есть.
glorious rhinoceros! What a unique horn! But what sort of animal is it? A genuine Fijian mermaid, although it does look a bit fishy. The main attraction, taking pride of place on the wall. What an imposing pachyderm! His trunk is colossal. That poor creature has not been mounted properly. It looks like it could fall down any minute. His antlers are as twisted as this mystery. Your Majesty,
Я такое ощущение, что игру британцы делали, хотя я не знаю, кто делал, может, и
how do you
британцы.
do, Sir Grouchly?
How do you think, Fiddle? Things haven't been the same since I lost my legs in Venice. Constant pain, Fiddle. Constant.
Oh, I am sorry. That sounds terrible.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
Oh, porcupine carapace. A prickly aperitif.
Рыбачиску какую-то взял.
Lord Rochester has been asleep since 1882. A grizzly and gnarled member.
Замшелый. Так, ребятка, поговорим.
Guy Hardwood, how are you?
Fiddle! Long time no see.
Yes, it's been a while.
Just telling Melvis here about my latest adventure. 4 months in Patagonia.
South America.
Discovered a lost world. It was well splendid. Yeah. Found this thing up a crevice.
Crevasse.
So thought I'd bring it back. Don't even know what it is.
Got a few ideas.
Crazy.
Prehistoric?
Так, может...
Time to cause a flap. Fly, little creature, fly.
Птеродактиль?
Crikey!
Fiddle! You buffoon! What have you done? Bother and blast! Come back! Come back to me! Oh!
Yes, here I am, right behind you, Guy.
Теперь можно пробраться туда. Нашалили прекрасно просто. Птеродактиля освободили.
Oh, yes, that's the spot.
Что тут у нас?
Yes. The infamous Jade Griffin. Lord Cragglewedge. First man to climb halfway up Mount Everest. It's quite an achievement.
Половину горы в Эверест.
Sir Clive Odwing, the world-renowned ornithologist's private chamber. He's left his door ajar.
Do you mind?
Oh, terribly sorry. The door was open and no.
Ooh, down a bit, Sandra. Don't just stand there gawking, man. I'm sure it's nothing you haven't seen before.
Блядь, это пиздец. Использовать плейлист для массажа просто.
Ooh, careful there.
А тут больше ничего не сделать, да? А тебе чайку
A
предложить?
spot of tea?
Ты чё?
Oh, it's like living in an avian paradise.
Pick those leaves up from a fellow in Indies. Strong stuff. Good for relaxing. Help yourself.
I'll be off then.
Be a good fellow and shut the door on your way out.
Я так и не понял, что я взял, если честно, ребят.
Ah, Sherlock's private room. No doubt where he works on his important cases.
Ha! I win again, Watson. You really are a dolt. I'm sorry, Holmes. I'm trying. It's just I don't really understand the rules of this game. All your games.
Я так понял, что мы взяли что-то, какую-то вещь, которую очень хорошо расслабляет.
Yes.
Да не, ничего.
Ah, Fiddle. What brings you here? Come to bore us with more tales of one of your piffling adventures, have you?
No, I'm on a mission to return this bag unto its rightful owner.
And who is its rightful owner?
That I have yet to ascertain. There are absolutely no clues whatsoever.
Have you tried looking in the bag?
Ah, I never thought of that.
Даже, блядь, не пытался, про что я и говорил.
Ahead!
The features have been sliced off expertly with a sharp instrument by someone with skill and panache.
Aha, this looks like the work of London's most elusive serial killer, Jeff the Murderer. Ha! Good luck finding him, Fiddle. The whole of Scotland Yard hasn't been able to track him down in decades.
I rather fancy my luck, Holmes. He can't be that far away.
You, Fiddle, you couldn't find your own tollywater in the toilet. I'll wager you don't even come close. If you can find Jeff the Murderer, I'll wear a woman's dress and dance the trifling gallop round the streets of Lambeth.
I accept, good sir.
Nice to see you, Bertram. Shush, Watson. But this...
Короче, мы взяли голову, да? У нас же нос был. А, вот нос.
That's not to be sniffed at.
Теперь у нас есть готовая голова, и мы должны, наверное...
I hope she doesn't have bad breath. I say that's not to be sniffed at.
I might have an idea of how to find him, Fiddle. Have you ever heard?
Not a word more, Watson.
Watson is trying to tell me something.
Это вот... О,
Oh my, that's a potent concoction.
давайте чайку предложим Шерлоку.
Try this one. It's a special blend.
Give me that. Being the world's greatest crook thwarter is thirsty work. What is in this tea? I feel somewhat strange.
Теперь можно... А, подожди, у нас тут был... А, нету здесь нихуя.
What have you done? Is he dead?
Don't worry, Watson. He's just sleeping.
Oh, I mean, good.
Now, was there something you wanted to tell me?
I know you'll think me silly for saying, but you need to ask the spirits for help.
Spirits? I am a man of science. I don't believe in such puffery.
No, Bertram. They exist. I have seen them.
with mine own 2 eyes. Sherlock says it was a seagull, but I know it was the spirit of the recently departed. The spirit sometimes lingers on in this realm, especially if it has been wronged. You should help her find peace by collecting the missing body parts. Try and find Count Fulchmuckle. He's a gentleman with an acquired taste, but he does have certain connections. I'm sure he can help you on your quest.
Спасибо за информацию, Ватсон. Глобус.
Been there, been there, been there, been th- Oh, that's new.
Мне интересно, что новенького там нашел. Итак. Выйдем-ка отсюда. И наша карета ждет.
Have you found out anything yet?
Well, madam, I spoke to Sherlock, but he's somewhat occupied right now.
Typical. The conceited buffoon.
However, I am able to inform you that I, Bertram Fiddle, am now on the case of Jeff the Murderer, and I shan't rest until I find him.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful news. Our readers will be delighted to hear about this.
You can tell your readers not to fear. I can be quite sleuthful when I need to be.
Here's my news blimp now. I must be off, Mr. Fiddle, but I'm sure I shall see you again. Good luck, Mr. Fiddle!
Итак, помогли репортерши.
Extra! Extra! Bertram Fiddle on the hunt for Jeff the Murderer! Public less than confident!
My, news travels fast around here.
Вечерний болтун. Бертрам Фидл взялся за дело. Детектив Холмс спит на работе. Хорошо ли соленые огурцы? Подробности в номере.
Would you say my nose looks big in this?
Блядь, я под его фоткой сразу, блядь, под огурец рекламирую.
Have you got everything? Once you get in, there's no going back.
Все дела я решил.
Hurry up, I ain't got all day. Giddy up!
What a peculiar day this is turning out to be. I'm never going to find myself an adventure at this rate. There is no way a man of my caliber should have to work for Mr. Dulsworth. But at least this mission for Lord Arthwipe should see us well rewarded.
I don't trust him. He has funny eyes.
Lord Arthwipe? He's a very important and extremely well-connected gentleman. If we can impress him, I'm sure he will be able to provide us with some form of adventure. We must hunt down this Jeff the Murderer, and fast. But the odds are stacked against us. He has eluded all attempts at capture so far, and taunts even the greatest detective minds. Imagine the look on Sherlock's face if we were to succeed where he has not.
And your wife's dog, sir.
And Foofy. I must get him back, or Werther will be furious.
We have a saying in Peru, an armadillo never gives up.
You're right, Gavin, and neither shall we. Oh, look! There he is now! Quick! Stop the coach! Don't let him get away again, Gavin! There he is! Behind bars, where he belongs. Oh, damn it! How did he get?
Ладно, ребят, на этом все. Спасибо за просмотр. Увидимся в следующей серии. Пожалуйста, подпишитесь на канал, поставьте лайк. Удачи вам.